talk a little bit about, honing in your sound and where that came from, what the name of your sound is. We had Mofono recently, and he had a name for it. I don't remember.
Dirt Wave.
Dirt Wave. So speak on Dirt Wave.
I think Mofono made that up, but Free the Robots kind of adopted that, and I kind of adopted that, and I think that there's a lot of people who have made that kind of stuff, but moved on from it really fast. Nobody's really focused on that, but Dirt Wave, you might hear it again, you might not. I don't know if that name will ever surface and be real or not, but I know that my dad taught me how to whistle when I was 5. My brother and my father would whistle around the house all the time. And they would always be whistling some dramatic shit. They were never whistling songs they knew. They were just whistling. And I do the same. Like the first thing that comes out of my head, that's what it sounds like. I have no idea why. I don't think it's influenced by Morricone. I don't think it's influenced by anything specifically. It just is what it is. I mean, that's what comes out of me, and that's just what I go with. Whatever comes out naturally, that's what I go with. And I keep trying to remake the same thing over and over again until I get the really good one. And I have no shame in that. That's just how I always have been. I don't want to force something, and it always sounds like that. I have no idea why. But I definitely am not like a sad person or depressed person generally. So I don't think it comes from my heart being hurt or wounded or anything. I think it's just, it just what comes out.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta,
moody.
Yeah, moody tunes. That's what you gotta just do what comes naturally to you. And like, look at Hudson Mohawk. That's such a good example. He's such a dark dude. If you've ever met him, he is not a smiler. He does not smile often. I don't know why. Maybe it's the Glaswegians. Glasgow is cold as fuck. It's dark. English, British people in general, but Hudmo especially. Dude, he makes club anthem bangers, triumphant brass, not happy. He would kill me if I said that, but he makes this triumphant shit. That's the word that I like to use, because it's like this amazing, we won, we win. He's making this winning shit. It's like fucking you come home on your horse to your kingdom, and it's like bum 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 bum, like triumph. And he's not that kind of person at all, but that's what's coming out of him. Yeah. That's what happens when he puts his hands on the keyboards.
The personality always.
Yeah. Dame Funk, he's making this feel-good music, but he will knock you the fuck out in 30 seconds if you fuck with him. Yeah. You know what I mean? He is hood as hood gets. Even though he puts up photos of him and his cat Tiger, don't let it fool you. He will knock you the fuck out. And his music is so fucking good. It feels good. That shit ain't him. Like, he's not walking around like, hey, let's go to Jamba Juice. Right. He's in his fucking studio in the pitch black, making shit all day, hunched over, like singing. His veins are popping out of his neck. You know what I mean? Like, it just is what comes out of you, you know?
Right. So you're Jewish. You mentioned. Let's talk about your hair.
Oh, great.
We have to.
I fucking tattooed a swastika on my head and I had to cover it somehow. If I get it too short, you can see the 666 and Hail Satan under there. It's not good.
I knew it, man.
No, what do you want to talk? Go ahead.
No, it's fun. I just had to know. Where it came from, why you're rocking like that.
I shaved my head twice. It was the most liberating twice I've ever had. Like, I had dreads down to my knees. From 14 to 21, I grew dreads, and they were thick, gnarly, dookie dreads. I never put anything in them. I never had anybody touch them up. Never did anything to them. Just Turkish, Lebanese, Latvian, Lithuanian hair. That's what my parents are. Turkish, Lebanese, Latvian, Lithuanian. That's their families. And I love having no hair. The shower hits your head and you're just like, oh, it's amazing. But I'll be honest, people like the fucking hair. And I, you know, you fuckers pay my fucking rent. What can I say? You like the hair, it stays. You happy? You're forcing me. It's all your fault.
So it's the fans.
Fuck you all. Last night I had my hair up in a bun. Really, I've been doing that lately, like up high in a bun, not even the bottom, like all the way up. And it's tight as fuck and it won't come out. Even when I get buck, it doesn't come out. And I swear to God, people, I don't like them being able to see the look on my face. I'm like making a good sex face half the time when I'm playing. I don't want that to be the focal point, but I know they're looking at my sex face. That's the sex face, you know? People say the bass face. Nope, that's the I'm coming face. There is no separation there, and that's too personal. I'd rather it be covered half the time, you know what I'm saying? Like that is much better, cousin it. That's much better, you know, than this. Hey. But so you feel a little naked when you have short hair. It's just you and your fucking computer and your controller, and just weird, man. And that's another thing. Let me just go off your questions and say, electronic musicians, if the music is banging, you don't have to do much. If your music is banging, you don't have to do much. People are downloading 1 million miles a second. Everybody knows what is good music, or what they feel is good music. If your music is banging, let the music speak for itself. You don't have to do that much. People always tell me, oh man, I love how you get into the music. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm a b-boy at heart, and I can't help it sometimes. I just feel it that much. It's natural, it's genuine. But there's some people that might be growing up feeling like there's a bar and they need to be there. You don't. If your music is, look at Hudson Mohawk as another. I'll use him again as an example. His beats are so fucking banging. He could literally smoke a cigarette and flick the whole crowd off during the song, and people would just, they wouldn't even care. They would just be like, all right, I'm not even gonna look at him, and just turn their back and look at the person next to you or whatever, because the shit is so banging. Or close your fucking eyes. Half the time when I'm on stage, like when I'm listening to music, I'm closing my eyes, like almost 75% of the time. Flying Lotus is another good example. He's banging his head, his chain swinging. Music is fucking amazing. He does not need to come out from behind, hello my baby, hello my darling, with his hat and a cane and do any kind of shtick. It's fucking dope music. And when I make my own records that I feel can do that on their own, I'll probably get a chair on stage. Most likely will happen at one point. I'm getting old. I'm getting tired. I stopped drinking, stopped drugging. I don't get as excited as I used to get. Like, honestly, the music has to do it. The energy from the crowd has to give it. There is no masking it anymore. What you see is what you get. And a lot of people, and another thing, you think you need liquid courage? Try doing shows sober, 10 shows back-to-back sober. You will find that you have more energy than you can even fucking explain. It'll blow your mind. And look at me, I'm like a fucking shaking puppy right now. And this is sobriety. This is just my natural energy. It does not need to be hindered by drugs and alcohol. That shit is so not cool. And not to say that I did every show drunk, but I was one of those people who said, I just need to take the edge off. And every promoter, when you get to this fucking show, they're like, here, what do you want today? Here it is. Open a suitcase, gold light on your face. Oh, everything you've ever wanted. It's like, you know, you could go that route, but it takes like a little bit of self-discipline, and it's good for music, and it's good for life. It's good all around. So, you know, the point of those two things is, you know, don't set the bar too high, and don't think you need to do anything besides. If your music is dope, that's enough. Honestly, it is enough. My homies, yeah, my homies from Anti-Pop Consortium saw me play in Glasgow. They came up to me. The whole crew was there. They formed back up, Beans and and all the cats were there. And homie was like, you're dope as fuck, but you're doing too much. You don't need to give them all of that. You're giving it all away. Aren't you tired? I was like, man, this is just me, homie. This is just what I do. And it still is me. It still is what I do. And I'm proud of who I am. And I'm proud of all those fucking YouTube videos. Even the ones that clown me and the ones where there's lists of threads and threads of comments like, this is the future of music. Shoot me now. This guy is the biggest fucking clown. He doesn't even mix. Look at him dancing around, jumping up and down. Like so many fucking comments, so much hatred. But when I was up there, I was in the pocket. That shit was genuine. I was tapping into the source. And I don't regret one fucking moment of that. Whether there was a little alcohol in there or not, you know.